My name is Chris Coorts. I'm the executive chef at Hotel Carmichael. I went to culinary school at the Cordon Bleu in St. Louis. I have been an executive chef at Eddie Merlot's. I was their first female executive chef. I was the chef de cuisine at Petit Chou Bistro here in Indianapolis, general manager for First Watch. Cooking was always fun for me growing up. We had to. My mom would always make sure the chicken's thawed out before I get home. She was a cabinet chef, so you might think that there's nothing in the home to cook, but my mom could come home and whip a meal together in 30 minutes, and I found that impressive. By the time that high school came around, I was setting the table like you were at a restaurant. I was making stuffed bell peppers and really finding, inspiration from 16, 17 years old, entering in county fairs and winning first prize in jelly making and outbeating some of my grandparents. A chef in my hometown had put a salted whipped cream on a dessert, and I assumed that she had done it wrong, and I thought that she mixed her sugar and salt up. And once I realized that it was not a mistake, I understood that just because something is how it is does not mean that that is how it's meant to be, and you can put your own swing into things. Currently on the Feinsteins menu, I have a stuffed strawberry that has sweet, has savory, has pickled shallots in it. There's a lot of ingredients, but all of them together, it's like a flavor bomb. Leadership is imperative to me. Communication is imperative in me. I find a big difference between being a leader and being a boss. You have to lead by example, and I will never ask my staff to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. And I think that they see that, and then it bleeds throughout the morale here. Things are really positive and moving in a great direction, and I expect to continue to see that and continue to see growth and development. I've been a trainer at majority of the locations that I've worked at in the past, and that's something I have the patience for. I'm understanding that somebody might need to learn things in a tangible way. Somebody's a bit better listener. I find the importance in that to be critical, especially when it comes to reading and writing recipes. In creating a new menu and bringing creativity and catering to the demographic that we might be around, I like to see what kind of wine selections I have on my menu. I like to see the kind of individuals that are coming in and out of the building. We have a lot of people that are willing to try different foods, and that's a big factor to me. Is we've got people from all over the country really coming here. So finding the right way to plate things, right techniques that I want to use is a big deal. But I like to ask for my staff's opinion on things because they're on the line all day, every day, and they are the ones that are going to tell me what is selling and what's not. So it's really a team effort and knowing your people and understanding what they look for. If I go to eat somewhere, I want something different. I want something that I'm not going to get at every other location. And if it is something that is basic, such as steak and potatoes, it better be a knockout of the park. So on the Feinsteins menu, again, we have a New York strip, Yukon Gold, mashed potatoes, asparagus, but it's a red wine demi-glaze. And that red wine demi-glaze is a personal recipe of mine that I find to flourish. Holding high standards, it comes down to keeping your head on as tight as you can and making sure that you have strong people next to you, beside you, below you that are able to take on delegations that you give to them at the same capacity that you're willing to do yourself. I find it incredibly important to hold a high standard and make sure that everybody that is on my team lives up to that standard. Communication is key. There's a saying that I have that's called KYP, and it's know your people. How I talk to one person is going to be a different way than how I speak to another person, and bringing that into the factor of I'm trying to become even deeper into Spanish. I speak, Spanish, I wouldn't say fluently, but I think a lot of people in the building will find me if they need help and there's not somebody that is fluent. What sets me apart from different chefs and the success that I'm looking for is I have goals. I take what my name brings to a table seriously. I have high expectations for people. I think that I'm somebody that maybe didn't push myself as hard as I could have when I was growing up, and I have this mentality that if I can do it, then why can't everybody else? I don't ever underestimate people, and I try not to be naive in that aspect, as well as understanding that some people can be a little bit smarter than me, and I'm never willing to stop learning. I want to take on all the knowledge that I can. If I was a dish on the menu, I would be the short rib tacos, because I'm a little spicy sometimes. I'm packed full of flavor, and you just can't get enough. There's 3 tacos in that dish, you could go for a 4th. If somebody wants something from me, I've got a big following in Cincinnati that has a heart of hearts for my lamb chops. You cannot go wrong with them. I have my own marinade for them. I grill them. I do a minted berry compote with them. It'll knock your socks off.